Alrighty, so this is a new project car that I bought. Yeah, I don't really know completely what I've got myself into. So this is a 1983 Porsche 944. There's a 5-speed manual. Most of them have 5-speed manuals, but there are a couple autos. You can see in the dash, it's got 80,000 miles. So this is a fairly low miles. It does not run. It needs a lot of quite a bit of body work. So the hood needs to be repainted, and the bumper, and the roof here. The windshield is also cracked, and there's a dent in the passenger side front fender. Yeah, you can see in the back here, it's got a lot of crap in there. There are some parts in here, mostly interior stuff, maybe a couple of engine components or something, but it's mostly just trash, which is what I'm going to be doing right now. I'll be getting rid of the trash, cleaning it out, and start working on the engine, which the problem with the engine, well, obviously it does not run, but let me show you. Alrighty, this is it. You can probably tell what is part of the issue, the engine not running, and that is electrical issues. So that'll be fun to figure out. Look at all this mess. It's just not organized at all. They said they took it to a shop and the guy redid the wiring, and he did it really badly. So yeah, we're gonna have some electrical issues to sort out. This is definitely a project. If you come here to the back, there is you could probably tell already, that is the fuel line. It's just disconnected. So they had some fuel problems. And if you didn't know, fun fact, this is the transmission. It's in the rear of the vehicle, which is really interesting. But the first thing to do is just clean this all out. I'm gonna take all the trash out, and then I'll start working on the wiring. I'm gonna learn a lot, and I'm excited. So let's start cleaning out the trunk. I'm not even in the frame, am I? Alright, so the first step I'm gonna do is just take off the hood. I'm gonna need to anyway, because I'm gonna repaint the whole thing, and it's gonna be just in the way while I am redoing the entire nightmare of engine wiring. Let me bring you closer. This is an absolute nightmare. Like, I don't know why I chose this, but one example. This connector, why is it extended 4 feet out? But on the original one, it's like maybe 1 foot from like the main part. But no, both of these for the crankshaft position sensors. So that is where the crankshaft position sensors go. And you can see on the left side there, I don't know if that is like leftover from a sensor or what, or if that's just a plug that they put in, but I cannot take that out. I tried to take it out by hand and it won't. The right side, the whole thing is just scratched up. It's dirty. I don't like it. So I'm gonna see if I can find that block and buy it online. So I'm gonna buy that, buy 2 of these sensors. Look at the wiring on here. That is just an absolute nightmare. The whole harness is on top of the manifold, intake manifold, and it should be underneath it. This fuel line is just disconnected there, so that's fun. So what these bunch of wires are, I have to figure out what they're coming from and where they're going to. Alright, so I got some parts here. Got a engine air filter. It didn't come with one, so I had to buy one. And some sensors. These are the reference sensors. It's basically a crankshaft position sensor and the block for it. I've already kind of installed them into the block just to see how they fit. This is one of them. It actually has a sleeve on it. Sleeve goes in the block like that. Then the sensor goes in there, push down, and there's a screw there, or there's a bolt in there. The goal is to remove the old one and prepare to install this, I guess. I don't have it here with me, but I did buy a engine wire harness off of eBay. It is used. It has a couple of things missing from there, but I think I can salvage it. Maybe, I don't know. I also had to buy a fuel pump. They installed a fuel pump delete kit. Anyways, I need to work on this, so I'm gonna be on top of the engine trying to get the little bolts out that hold the little sensor bracket. I am lucky enough to have my hands on the wiring diagram, so this helps me a lot with everything. I mean, it's got a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I will definitely be using that. Alright, so I finally got the bolts off. I got the bracket off. That's how the old one looks like. It's, yeah, it's... oh yeah, it's quite dirty. This is quite seized on there. And that just basically just went right on here. And that's how it was. And yeah, now we can install the new one. Alright, so this is the wire harness. I've been working on it. It's about a day or two later, and I figured out what these three wires go to. This that green wire, this black or this brown wire, and then this other black wire next to it. I figured out, and those are just for a sensor. The green wire is for this sensor, this oxygen sensor that goes down there. So I'm gonna have to find either a connector of some kind that will plug into here, or just solder it from this wire straight to that green wire. So I'm gonna just extend all three of those wires out. I'm gonna extend them out like 6 inches or so, and then just leave 2 of them, and then that green one, yeah, connected to that oxygen sensor that's out there that I found. And everything else looks to be in good shape for the most part. And then I'm gonna just throw the wire harness back inside and plug it into the DME and get the DME screwed up in there all. And then we'll be installing the throttle cable. This finally came in today. I need a new one because it wouldn't, I guess it's cracked or something, but it's just binding up. Whenever I would put the pedal down, the pedal itself would go up, but then it wouldn't release back the cable. So I needed to just get a new one, so I bought a new one. Now one more thing they're still waiting on is the fuel line that goes from the fuel pump to the fuel filter. So that's one of the main parts still that I'm waiting for, that have yet to come. Those should be here soon, hopefully. Alright, back to the fuel system of the car. So I got my fuel pump here, I got the fuel line going to right here, and then it goes over to the fuel filter. And it fits in there, everything fits good, everything's awesome. I did install the throttle cable, it works good, it returns back, it doesn't get stuck. Okay, so this right here are the sensors. this is the old sensor right here, and I'm just gonna get that washer and basically just glue it to the tip of it and see how that works. Okay, so we have a little problem, and that is that this new sensor bracket is not quite the same as the old one. So this is the new one. You can see it has this little extra space for another sensor. So these two holes are for the main sensors, the speed and the reference, I guess. This is for something else. I don't know what. That's a new one that I bought from eBay. This is the old one, and of course, whenever you can see that I put it together, it's only 3 pieces. It does not have that at all. You can't really tell, but yeah. So yeah, I don't know if what's up for sure with that. What would need to be done is I would just have to cut that off with like a sawzall or something and try to get that, I don't know, like that or something, because that is in the way and that's not gonna work. Okay, well, my camera battery died while I was installing that, so I don't know where it stopped. But I did get it installed. See, the fuel strainer is right there. It goes to the fuel pump. It's not completely installed yet. Fuel pump needs to be secured, and everything connects, and it seems to be good. Okay, so I started to get the bracket in, and it works. It seems like it's going really good so far, but then I kind of ran into a little issue. That was basically, I just noticed that, well, the fuel rail, it was like really wobbly. Injectors were barely sitting in there, like at all. So the only thing that was holding it was this screw and that one, well, I guess bolts. So I just took them off, and it just popped right out. So, and they're already basically just super loose. They're supposed to be also on this side of the head, also connected, like over there you can see, and over here, but they were not. So there's that. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to remove the air intake manifold. So I'm just take out these 8 bolts there and pop it out. That way I can just have more access here, be less room, less stuff in the way, and I could clean it out, everything, make it look a lot nicer, and just do that, and then put it all back together, I guess, and we'll go from there, I guess, what to do next. Alright, so I got the intake off, got the fuel line, fuel rail off, and now what I'm working on is I got that bracket. You can kind of see there, it's on there. Alrighty, we got a couple of parts, such as my air intake gaskets right here. Those will be replacing that, of course. I already popped one off. I'll get the other 3 off and
clean up the surface of it a little bit. And we got the new injectors. These are the old ones. This is the old one. You can see it's not terrible. And we got a brand new set right here. The gaskets. I do want to get this all back put together tonight. The air intake, finish the sensors in the back, finish with that. Possibly, you know, getting the wire harness sitting and connected everything. That's what's going on. We got the parts. Let's just install them all together. Alrighty, little update. I didn't film everything. I did film, of course, me cleaning the surface of this. I did install the reference sensors. I installed those in. Now I'm working on the wire harness, kind of routing it in there, make sure it's going the right way and stuff. I do want to kind of clean this area out a bit, and the way I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna get some masking tape and put it over the intake ports, and I've got some engine degreaser right here. I'm gonna spray it on there and see if I can wipe it off, all that gunk that's built up over there, and then put the air intake manifold back on with gaskets and everything, and the wire harness actually goes underneath it, not over it, so the wire harness will be routed through how it should be. Let's get this taken care of and make it look a little bit more pretty. Shoot. Shoot. Well, I was not. Alright, I got the wire harness connected basically everywhere. It's connected to injectors and stuff. I did take out the spark plugs so that there's not gonna be any compression. So now what I'm gonna be doing is plug the battery in, and I'm gonna just see if it turns over and see what turns on, I guess, and what turns off. I don't know. Hopefully nothing bad happens, but I guess we'll just see what happens. Alright, we got everything back together over here. Everything seems to be working good. Now, still got a small issue, I suppose. That is some of the wiring. It needs to be redone or something. These two relays, we swapped them, and the fuel pump works now. So something was different about, they were in the wrong place for some reason. Because the fuel pump wasn't turning on, and I did, had it connected and all that, and it still wasn't. But it does now turn on. But now, whenever I turn it over, even with the reference sensors connected, I don't see on the RPM gauge, I don't see the needle bouncing, and it should be bouncing. And there's could be two problems at least that I can think of. One is that they're not connected the right way, so I'm just gonna swap them and see if that will do anything. Okay, I switched the connections for the reference sensors, and let's try it again. Oh, okay. Okay, it is jumping now. All right, I got my battery connected. Rechecked a bunch of things here. I got my DME connected. It's all a mess, it's all a hassle, but let's see what happens. We are in neutral. See what happens when we try to turn this over. All right. No way, it's about to start. Oh, it wants to. Oh, it's close. All right, let's see. All right. Let me see if there's any leaks of some sort or whatever. I'm gonna check in the back here. It doesn't. Hold on, there seems to be something actually. So it's at the fuel filter. That can be fixed, that can be managed. But we are leaking fuel here. So there's that. Ho 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 ho! It's not wanting to. Nope. Oh! Yes, it started. All right, let me see if I can. Alright, so as you saw in that short little video, I did get her running. She does run. It doesn't knock, so that's already a really good sign. So, but I don't know if you could tell, it was misfiring. It was running rough. Alright, I just finished installing the ignition switch. This is the old one. It looks like really good, except for that little crack. So I installed it, and guess what? She runs! Okay, well, she either misfiring or it's about to shut off. So, yeah.
Taking off? Yeah. Okay, don't overheat it.
So total poundage, I took off 24 pounds.
Do you feel power?
Yeah, that was pretty decent, yeah. That's pretty good. Hey, got it running before the end of the year.
Yeah, like you said.
Like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the temperature gauge does work, because when I started the car, it goes up a bit. So, I don't know, maybe.